Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. Today we are going to take a look at the Sandmarc Anamorphic Lens Ultra. This is the 1.55x anamorphic lens and it's going to require a case. And so they sent me one for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is my phone. So we're going to go ahead and put the case on my phone, and then we're going to go ahead and put the lens on my phone as well, attached to the case. And then we're gonna test it out and see how it performs. So let's unbox it, check it out, and here we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look around the box right there, and we can see here it's gonna say Sandmarc Action Gear. This is what the anamorphic lens is going to look like in the, on your phone attached to the case. We can see here it says Anamorphic Ultra Lens for iPhone 11 Pro Max 1.55x. And on this side, there is a little bit of info. It just says Sandmarc Anamorphic Ultra Lens. And yeah, on this side here, we can see where it says Sandmarc Anamorphic Lens Edition, designed with the serious filmmaker in mind. The Sandmarc Anamorphic Lens will allow you to capture cinematic quality video footage. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. So it says it's going to have a 1.55x squeeze. The aspect ratio is going to be 2.76 by 1. It's glass coated, multi-coated, and it has a diameter of 42 millimeters. So if you want to put a filter on there, you're going to need a 42 millimeter filter. All right. Yeah, it says designed in California. On the case here, this is what the case is going to look like. And yeah, let's go ahead and actually set that over there for just a second. And let's get this case out of here. And that's pretty much, I think that's all that's gonna come in it there. So let's just set that over there. And it's gonna be sort of a silicone case. It's a nice grippy sort of case. We have the cutout there for the lenses. Here on the side we have the buttons there, and the mute rocker there, power button on that side. And this is something that's very important, is that this bottom part is cut out. So if you want to use something like a lightning connected microphone, you'll be able to do that on here quite easily. So yeah, all right, let's get that foam out of there. And on the inside, it has sort of a nice felt material, so it keeps your phone from getting scratched. It has it all around the inside, and it has it on the inside here where your near where your camera is. So all right. There we go. Let me grab my current case here, and this is one of my favorite cases, which is the Moju case, the leather wallet case. But let's get that out of there. And you know, I think there was supposed to be something else in here. I think there's supposed to be like a cleaning cloth in here or something, but I don't actually see it. Is there anything that says features? No, maybe not. So it just has a it says it has a microfiber lining. Maybe that's what I was thinking. All right, let's go ahead and before I put it in there, let me go ahead and just clean my phone off a little bit. I like to get some of the fingerprints and gook off my phone before I put it in a new case, just so that I don't get any dust or anything in there. So, all right, let's put that on and let's get that going. And yeah, I have to say right away, I like this case much, much better than Sandmarc's other cases, because it has a little bit of a lip right here. The other Sandmarc cases, they were almost flush, almost to the point where they didn't even go over the screen at all. So this one, I feel like if you actually drop this case, that it's not going to cause your phone to break. This one actually will provide you some protection. So yeah, I like that. All right, let's set that off over there, and let's go ahead now and open up the lens and see what we get in the box with the lens. Oh, look at that! They actually sent a case along with it for you know, for the lens. So actually this, I guess this is a kit that comes with the lens and this. So let's take a look and see, because I think the case that came with the lens is more like the one I was thinking of previously. And yeah, see, this is the one that they normally send here, and it doesn't have much protection at all on the lip of this thing. It's like almost flush. Like I pretty much feel if you drop your phone, with this case on it, unless you hit it directly on the corners or it lands like this face, like backside down or something. You're probably going to have some issues, but because there's not really much of a lip on here, I feel like if you drop it face down, it's probably going to break on you. So this is a great case though to have because it's super lightweight and it will accommodate the lens. However, since they sent me another case that I think is better, I'm going to go ahead and use that one if I can get this thing off of my camera, my phone here. So there we go. All right, let's put this back on here, and yeah. I like this. This could be my regular case. I'm digging this. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here and see everything that we're gonna get. And you know, I said before that you needed to have this case to use this lens. You actually don't, and you can actually go ahead and just use this right here, which is a clip. And you can see there, it's a little bit of effort to pull it apart. There is this part. Oops. This thing just flung off on me. That's how tight the spring is, but you might be able to see that there is these sort of grooves in here that hold things together. And so yeah, and then you can screw this part, the lens. It's a screw mount lens, and anybody who has an issue with screw mount lenses, just realize that Leica has used them for, they used them for decades, and they are fantastic, and other people use them too. So there we go. That's how you can screw that on, and then you can just clip this to your phone and onto your camera there so that you can use this. So I think this part might need to come off or something. So let's see, I'm not sure how this is. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that part works. I guess you need to pop off. Let's see. I guess this part, yeah, this part comes off right there. And then you can screw this on, and there we go. Now we can, let's see if we can get that screwed on there. Yep, and there we go. Now you can go ahead and mount this onto your camera. So if you have a camera that's not an iPhone, let's say you have a Samsung phone or any other kind of phone, a Motorola or a OnePlus or something like that, you can still use the lens. It's just going to mean that you have to use this clip instead of an actual case on there. So now the reason why it's awesome to use this with the case is because you can just simply grab this and you can screw it onto your case here. Just grab this right like that and line this up. And it can be a little tricky the first time. You have to get the threads lined up just right. And sometimes it's easy if you just sort of, sometimes it's easier if you have it sitting flat. But sometimes you need to make sure that you get this thing lined up, and it's not, yeah, that's not lined up right. You have to make sure it's really in there perfect. And this is one of the issues I've had with Sandmarc in the past, is that because it is a screw mount, not a bayonet mount, it can be a little tricky until you get used to it. But you can see there, it didn't take but a hot second, and now it is ready to go. So, and then we can take off this, we can take off the lens cap, and we can see there what the lens is going to look like. And we can see there's a little white hash mark there. That is going to be our sort of an indicator to let us know where the lens should be as far as the adjustment. So when you turn this thing. So yeah, anyways, that's it. And I feel like the only thing left to do now is to go shoot with this. And because, you know, these anamorphic lenses give you that nice, super wide, ultra wide cinematic look, I feel like I should go someplace that's actually going to be deserving of that ultra wide cinematic look. So let's head out and go find a place. All right, before we actually head out, there is one thing I want to show you that's important to using an anamorphic lens like this. And we'll see here on the lens and on the camera, there is a little hash mark right there. You may be able to see there's a little tiny mark right there, and you'll see there the white line. And that you want to make sure that that hash mark and that white line are pretty much lined up. You want to make sure that they are pretty close to perfect on there. If you don't, what you're going to see on your lens is something like this. You'll see it starts to get distorted as you turn it. And if you go to the side, you'll see that it's all stretched out, and you'll actually see some of the lens in there, in your image there. And so as we start to bring it back, you'll see there that it starts to go ahead and get all the other stuff out of the lens, out of the image there. and we start to get that lined up right and it looks better. And now we're still gonna have to de-squeeze this in post, but it should look better once we get everything edited and ready to go. But you wanna make sure you have that lined up perfectly, otherwise you end up with weird distorted images like that. Now that could be something fun that you can use as an effect, but you probably don't wanna shoot the majority of your video like that. So make sure you get this as lined up as close as possible. So, all right, now let's head on out and go find a place worthy of an anamorphic lens to go shoot. Okay, so I'm out here now. I decided I'm gonna come out here to DC over to the waterfront, and this is actually, I guess this is East Potomac Park. And so we can see over here there are boats in the background. That is the new DC waterfront over there behind me. And yeah, this is, if you guys ever get to DC, this is a nice place to go on this side of the Potomac because there's not a lot of people. If you go to the waterfront, it's very much a crowded hipster, not hipster, but you know, trendy sort of spot. Where over here, it's much quieter. People have picnics and such, and you can just chill out. So, all right. Anyways, I have my phone. I have the anamorphic lens on here. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like shooting with the anamorphic lens, and then we'll take it off and we'll see what it looks like in comparison. All right, so I have the lens on here, and as we can see, it's all looking crazy right now. We have to remember to make that adjustment to get those two hash lines leveled out and together there, so are lined up. That way you can start to see things coming leveled out there and get your horizon line straight. And there we have it. So, and we can see how nice and wide that is. That is absolutely amazing. So anyways, this is what you get right there. And this is just a screen recording right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and start filming in the actual app. So here we have it. This is the normal lens on the iPhone. So this is the regular iPhone lens. And let's go ahead and kick it over to the wide lens so we can take a look at that. And there we go. That is the wide lens right there. So it is definitely wide. It's not as wide as the others, but it is still wide. And we can go right there. That is the normal lens again. So as you can see, you'll see stuff, just not nearly as much if you were filming with your anamorphic lens there. So we'll go back over to the wide angle lens again, and there we go. Definitely wide, but not as wide. But let's put the other one on just for one quick look before we get out of here. And again, here's another example of why this is so nice to be able to show all of this. You can have a scene like this where it's very, very wide and you want to show a lot of it. Well, I could show you a look of what this is with the walkway right here, people on the lawn having picnics. You can show the waterway right here, the Potomac, as there's boats out there, people going by on small boats and paddle boards and all kinds of stuff. You can show the buildings all the way on the other side, and you can literally see all the way directly across. It's just that wide of a field of view. It really is spectacular. So anyways, if you've never considered filming with an anamorphic lens before and you're looking for one for the iPhone, this is a nice one. This is a Sandmarc Anamorphic 1.55x lens, and I think the optics are great, and it's nice to have that really, really wide field of view. All right, everyone, so there we have it. That is it. That is a look at the Sandmarc Anamorphic lens for the iPhone. This is the 1.55x anamorphic lens, and yeah, as you can see, it is very, very cool. I also use the Sandmarc case on there so that you can mount different Sandmarc lenses. You can use it to mount the anamorphic lens, the telephoto lens, the wide angle lens, the fisheye lens. Basically, all the lenses that they make, you can mount with that iPhone case, and it is absolutely fantastic. That's probably one of my favorite cases right now in general, and it's gonna stay on my phone for a while there. So yeah, but as you can see, it is just a lot of fun to shoot with these with this anamorphic lens. I wasn't planning on having this video be this long, but I just enjoyed shooting with it, so I was out and just having a good time and just started talking and shooting, and yeah, next thing you know, you have a long video. So anyways, there you have it. I'm going to leave links to this product down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and all my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And if you have any questions, drop me a line and ask, and I'll see if I can answer. So yeah, anyways, there you have it. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.